G'day guys, Aussie FIFA HD here. Welcome back to episode number 19 of the Road to Deloy / Go to Deloy on my channel. Today up in front of you on your screen we have the final 10 games of the FUT Champions Weekend League. Now you would know we started off at 9-1 in our first 10 from last episode. This episode you'll see what we indeed did finish on in the final 40 games. However lads, you will see me come up against a pro in this final 10 as well. He goes by the name of Peter Cezinas. He was at the Sydney Rest of the World Regionals competing in that one as well. He drew with Abdulaziz, who is the former world champion FIWC. So, you know, kudos to him. Well done to Peter Cezinas. And it was a tough game, but a very close game. And you will see I actually dominated in shots. And it was around even possession, yet he still managed to pull a few goals out of the minimal shots that he had. You know, he had Ronaldo, he had Messi, Bale, whatever, which, you know, they will put away those chances in comparison to my Martial and to my Mane, who did a decent job, mind you, in this weekend league. However, I do really need I really do need to get those Ronaldos such as Messi, Ronaldo, and, you know, so on. But we have questions, comments from the previous episode. Thank you so much for the support in that one as well. Can we smash 20 likes on this episode? That would be absolutely amazing. And also, don't forget to chuck your comments down below and questions for me to answer in the next episode of episode number 20. But to get into these comments here now, lads, I shall jump into them now. Elite VIP says 50,000 coin team. Yeah, I'm sure you're referring to my team that I showed you last. No, it's not a 50k team, my friend. It's more a it's more of a 2 million coin team, to be honest with you, because Hullet's worth around 1.2 and the rest I have a net value of around 800,000 built around him. So, you know, it is more than 50,000 coins, unfortunately. If you are looking for a 50,000 coin squad builder though, and I'm not sure whether that's what you're asking for in this comment, then, you know, I have no trouble whatsoever in doing a video, you know, showing you guys a 50k squad builder for you guys to use in the weekend league, you know. But I'm sure most people would have 50,000 coins by now. If you don't, where have you been? What have you been doing with your time? Hazard24 Football says, would you recommend this budget-ish team formation 4-3-3, but I will switch in game? You have in the forwards, Sene, Jesus, and, well, Jesus and Willian. In the midfield, you have Bakayoko, Silva, Inform Moy, and in defence, you have Danny Rose, Van Dijk, Rudiger, and Hector Bellerin in goal. You said you have Heaton. Who cares? All of them are crap. And, you know, that's not a bad team. I would made some alterations, and what I mean by that is the forwards, yes, very overpowered. I don't think you could really improve much in those forwards there. However, I don't know. I could nearly say you could play Alessandrini in form on 7 chemistry, who would do a better job than Willian, but then Willian's very good this year, so I can't really sort of tell you to do that because Willian is still a good player. In the midfield, perfect. You know, Bakayoko, Inform Moy, perfect midfielders there. The only one I would change there is maybe Silva. Now, I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Is it either Bernardo Silva from Manchester City, who I indeed loved last year in FIFA 17. If you guys have been on the road to glory for a long time, you would know that I loved Bernardo Silva last year's inform. Just a fantastic card. It was the most overpowered card in the game. More overpowered than Butland, more overpowered than Martial, any other card. I'm telling you guys, he was the best card last year. This year, not so much, which is a little bit disappointing. When I did try him, I thought, oh, he seems alright, but he's nowhere near as good as last year's FIFA 17 version of Bernardo Silva, when he was still at Monaco, I believe, but now he's moved to Manchester City, so, you know, kudos to him. You know, he's doing a decent job there, mind you, but I'm not sure whether you meant David Silva or Bernardo Silva. I don't think either of them are good enough for your team. I think you could have him for Moy, you could have Bakayoko. If you have enough, I would go Dembele, Moussa Dembele, or if you wanted to, you know, just look, honestly, it just depends on your playing style. You know, a lot of people come to me and say they love Valencia in that right back position. I used him in the last weekend league. I compare him to Hector Bellerin. I love Hector Bellerin more than Valencia. However, a lot of people say that Valencia is better. A lot of people are saying to me that Arturo Vidal is better than Nainggolan. In fact, it was the pro FIFA player Eds Marco who told me that Vidal is better than Nainggolan. So so I decided to use him in the previous weekend league. Vidal was good, but in my honest opinion, Nainggolan is better. Now, the reason why I am sticking with Vidal for this weekend league coming up is because that obviously leads to Boateng. Boateng is way better than Manolas, who I did have in that position, who linked to Nainggolan. Eventually, when I get like a legend centre back, I will be switching back to Nainggolan, so he will link to him and the legend or the icon, as they say now. And yeah, as I'm saying, you know, it's just about the different playing styles. I personally like Nainggolan. Other people like Vidal over Nainggolan. So it just depends. In my opinion, I wouldn't use Silva. However, you might like Silva. So, you know, and talking about the defence is awesome. Rose, Van Dijk, Rudiger, Bellerin. Personally, I would change Rudiger and, yeah, I'd probably go with Koscielny, really. I'd swap either Rudiger or Van Dijk for Koscielny. Koscielny was solid for me in the first weekend league. You guys will know we got 35 wins and 5 losses in the first weekend league, which got us Elite 1 in our first, obviously, WL weekend league, which, you know, they performed fantastic. And the one player that did carry me, which you have in your team, is Gabriel Jesus. He's a very good player, very overpowered this year. Very, you know, he's like the Martial of FIFA 18. You know, Martial was very good last year. He honestly reminds me of Martial this year. So, you know, it just depends what you really want. Personally, Heaton, I don't know if I really would use him either. But yeah, just, you know, whatever feels necessary for you. And also at the bottom you said I have never tried Valencia and one of you is actually amazing. A lot of people say, and that's I answered that just then. You know, Bellerin in my opinion is better than Valencia, but then it's up to personal preference. So it just depends what you guys enjoy. Carl Etz VII, don't know Roman numerals, I'm sorry, so I won't be able to say what number that is. Gustav, you say, can you show your player instructions and tactics in the next episode? Well, I will do that, my friend. I'll do that in another squad builder video, or I'll do that in the next episode of the Foot Champions to Glory. Sorry, Road to Glory / Go to Glory, not Foot Champions to Glory. That was last year's series. The Road to Glory, the RTG / GTG. I'll show you the squad builder that we will be playing in the weekend league coming up. Very solid squad builder. I am looking to put in Alexis Sanchez there, as he has gone out of inform. Therefore, his normal card will drop in price again. So I will be showing you that, and at the same time, I will show you my tactics and instructions. So be sure to watch out for that, Carl. And thank you for the comment. I'll just say, I'll just reply to you and say thanks. Yes, I will show you in the next 2 episodes. So there you go, I've replied to your comment, and you know, all of you who did comment into that video, thank you so much. And for all of you who turn up to the video and show your support by hitting that like button, it is much appreciated from the bottom of my heart. So thank you guys. Honorably Airborne says, you said to have Alaba twice instead of saying Arturo Vidal, and I replied to him and said, would you rather me misspell a player or repeat myself? Now the reason why I had a little bit of an inside joke was misspell thing, because when I go into Twitch streams and I watch people, when I type, I don't watch what I'm doing. I don't reread what I type. I hit enter straight away. I just, you know, I'm a quick typer. And there's a lot of spelling mistakes, and Honorably Airborne is always quick to pick them up, and I sort of was benchers and I said, would you rather me do spelling mistakes or repeat myself? Because obviously in the last episode he said I repeated David Alaba twice by accident. So there's a bit of an inside joke for you guys. And Honorably Airborne, he was a streamer. If you guys want to go and check him out, yeah, I won't put the link in the description, but you guys can search him up in Twitch. Pro FIFA player, although lately he hasn't been going the best. He's only been getting around 29 wins, you know, which isn't up to standards with a Pro FIFA player, but he's an exceptional player. Go and check him out if you guys would see necessary. Orion R11 says, can you accept my friend request in PS4? If you can't, it's okay, and keep up the good work. Well, I thought about it. A lot of you guys have sent friend requests to me. I would love to, but yeah, I don't know. I like being friends with pros, just like seeing how they did on the weekend league. I like being friends with people that I know in real life. Just you guys, I talk to you through here. I don't really need to talk to you through PS4. I reply to your guys' comments every single episode. You guys can talk to me through the comment section. I have no issue whatsoever with that. So I just don't see it any necessary. I don't see how it's necessary for me to accept them. I know, you know, some other YouTubers do. Sander DTT is a massive YouTuber, 400k subs. He accepts people's friend requests. It's just personal preference. I think I can talk to you guys on here, as we do have have a small community, so it's not like I'm, you know, making you guys miss out or anything. I'm still replying to your comments, and I'm still talking to you guys, you know, and answering your comments. Whew. You also say amazing video once again. Well, thank you so much, Ryan11. I do really appreciate it. Now, there was something I wanted to talk about, and that was squad battles. Now, a lot of you guys have said to me that you guys wanted me to start squad battles for this series, and I'm inclined to agree. You know, it's a great coin maker. You know, well, it's debatable, because if you're a competitive FIFA player and you play Foot Champions hardcore like me, you know, I'm a hardcore Foot Champions FIFA player, and you then play squad battles for the week, there's not really much of a point, because you're playing 40 games of the weekend league, you're busting your gut to finish those games throughout the weekend league, or throughout the weekend. Basically, you're putting all this time into the weekend league, which then gets you exceptional rewards at the end of Friday. It's Friday morning for me. I think it's Thursday night for UK users, etc. I'm not sure what it is for USA. I do apologise if I don't know the USA time. But basically, you're putting all this effort into basically getting those rewards. When you look at squad battle rewards, you know, they are very good if you can get into the top 100, but even if you're elite, it's only 35k packs. It's only two 35k packs. For me, I'd rather go into a draft, pay 15,000 coins, and get a 50k pack, and then continuously do that. Before I know it, I've got a few 35k packs that I can use, that I can open. I've got a few 50,000 coin packs, and when you think about it, all the consumables, the contracts, the fitness cards, etc. that you put into the squad to play squad battles, it turns out the same as 15,000 coins anyway. And with draft, it's a lot funner in my opinion, because you're playing online. You're also, you know, using players that you haven't used before. You get to use CR7, Messi, whoever you really want, or whoever comes up on your selection. In my opinion, I just don't think it's, I don't know, it's a boring game mode for me, because it's single player. I've always loved online, that's about it. I hate single player campaign games. I bought Battlefield 1, and yeah, Battlefield 1, like, I played it for a week and a half, and then I just didn't play it at all. You know, I gave it up, and that's my issue. You know, I get a new game, I play online for a bit, and I get bored, and I go back to FIFA. And basically, the campaigns in games just bore me, and single player just really is representative of a campaign in FIFA. So I don't know, you know, that's the same reason why I didn't play the Journey this year. You know, you guys might have liked me doing a Journey series, but I just decided not to, because I just don't think it's necessary for the series, for the channel, etc. You guys subscribe to this channel because I do an RTG, so, you know, it does make sense for me not to do any campaigns such as the Journey or such as single player gameplay, because you guys love watching the gameplay of the Foot Champions Weekend League. I appreciate you guys turning up and showing support as well. It works really well. We've got a great community going in this series so far. However, to stop me talking, to stop me blubbering on, lads, in the end, in the final score, the final 40 games draw, we had 30 wins and 10 losses. You would have seen, we also came up against a pro, Peter Cezinus, a very, very close game. I had like 14 shots to his 5 or something. He managed to put away 3 and I managed to put away 2. I need to be more clinical. That is my issue in this game, and I really need to finish my chances up in Foot Champions, because I find that my losses in this game have come from me dominating my opponent, and they scrap 1 or 2 goals to win the game. So it's a big issue for me. I need to finish my finishing, and yeah, that is a massive issue, and I need to tidy it up. But lads, we get elite once again, not too bad. We get a premium team limit pack and a 100k pack with 70,000 coins, not too bad at all. 30 wins isn't bad. We did get elite 1 for the month as well, which I'm very, very happy with. But lads, that will be it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Can we smash 20 likes? As always, that would be absolutely amazing. Tomorrow's episode will include the squad builder for the upcoming weekend league. I hope you guys enjoy your day. Have a good one, and peace.
To just 1 goal now, and they'll be hoping to use the time profitably.